Hello. Oops, did I forget to turn this on? We'll find out. Let's see. Let's check. Oh, so this looks like it's okay. I think possibly. Let's turn it up just a little bit, maybe. There we go. All right. Let's see what my camera's doing. The one time I decided to not check it before starting the stream. No video signal. That's good. Off to a good start. Okay. Oh, it's because it's still in photo mode. Oops. There we go. Okay. 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 Let's move that there. Alrighty. Maybe. Let's check the settings. let's see here. Info. And then I want to set the, what's the ISO at? It's at 800. That seems fine. Maybe let's turn it down. Can I turn it down? No. There we go. Okay, and then let's, nope. Sorry about this. That should be okay. Alright. If it decides to focus. Does it just not like the black? Off to a good start today. Okay, sure. Alright, now I have paper. Why does it not want to focus today? It's great. Good stuff. Alright. Okay. Let's just set everything back to where it was. You got a lovely police siren going on in the background. Everything's great. Oops, that's not what we want. That was Sunstalker. He's all done. Okay. How about that? Now you're gonna focus for me? I don't know, that seems to be focusing, but if I have this up. There we go, okay. Good job. Yeah, so now we can actually start doing things. I have this black paper because I went to Blix today and I just bought a cheap packet of cheap ass construction paper and some more super glue because I was only down to the bad super glue that I don't like. Hello, Crypt. The reason why I bought this is because when I was working on let me snag him. Yes, it's a cheap ass. Cheap ass. When I was working on the guy we had last week, and I was trying to do like the final details on him. I found it very helpful to have like my black background against it so I could just kind of focus on the miniature. Because even though my cutting mat is black, I mean, it's gotten messy. It's got the white lines, so it can be hard for me to kind of isolate the figure a bit. So this helps. So I also noticed a lot of times I'll set up my photo setup, get ready to take a picture, and then I notice something on the miniature I didn't notice. So hopefully this will help me reduce that. Yeah, we're just gonna paint Flower Knight today. I'm gonna pull up his card art because I think I just kind of want to follow that as we knock him over. Flower Knight, Kingdom Death. Yeah, so let's see, this week for hobbying, finished up that guy, the caveman. I'll post his photos this week. That's pretty cool. All right. That sounds like and I finished up Sunstalker. I got kind of tired on him. He's a big figure, but it was still fun. And then I also spent some time trying to pick the next big project. So I want to do a couple of big things before Emerald Brush. So I took out a bunch of miniatures from my pile and I've been slowly whittling it down so we can maybe look through some of the options sometime during the stream. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any fun mail time this week. I have been good about not buying things. So, but at some point, I'll be getting the Gambush chest because people have been getting it. So that'll be exciting. Whenever that happens. Today was either going to be the Slendermans or it was going to be this guy. I chose this guy because I just kind of want to paint some metal. Slenderman doesn't have any metal on him. Mostly just want to paint metal because the Sunstalker was just a bunch of fleshy bits, so metal helps. Let's just use Chimera, or AK. Exactly. Let's see what else is going on. So yeah, this week, what did we do on Wednesday? I feel like we did something, but I don't know. Maybe just been a normal day. It was just a normal day. Didn't have D&D this week because people were busy last minute, so that was sad. Hopefully we'll have it tomorrow. And then yesterday we went to a little market. It's like an Asian market, and they do like community markets every now and then to highlight different like either artists or other food makers in the community. So I got some more of my good garlic chili crisp, and I got more good jam. We ate some good baked treats there. Got a onigiri and some kimbap. What else did we get? I thought I got something else. I got coffee, so that was good. And Poe was a little jerk on the walk over. He's just doing whatever he wanted and walking in front of people and being a turd. And then we went and saw Oppenheimer last night, which was really good. I really enjoyed it. That was really well done. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, not too much going on this week, which I guess is good. Let's see. This is a new brush, so we're gonna see how it goes. but otherwise, some miniature painting. I think this week FER is going to have their big miniature day sale. I don't know if I'll buy anything, but there's a lot of cool stuff. They revealed some new miniatures that'll come out with it. Yeah, should be good. The Guild's in, the Australians. Dropped the brush on the ground because we're a dumbass. The Guild's In was going on this week, or weekend. Dave did another crazy piece for it, as usual. It's a like old world card with a big funny hat. It's great. I really like it. Yeah. Don't think there's been any other cool releases. I know Gen Con's next weekend, I think. So that should be cool. I don't know, like there'll be Kingdom Death stuff coming out of that. Which I'm looking forward to. But I don't know how much other like miniature stuff there'll be. Will be interesting to see if Broken Anvil makes an appearance there, because they made one last year and they made a big deal about wanting to be there. But they've been having some troubles, so we'll see how that goes. Pink's getting a little bit too watery. Let's see. Okay. Let's check something real quickly. There we go. Okay. Cool. Yeah, what else? I've been jumping into like more Discord hangouts, so I hung out in the Swinson Discord chat a few times this week, which was nice. Need to Try to get it going again in the dirty paint water. We'll see. Oops, I'm like way off screen, aren't I? There we go. The clicking you might hear throughout the stream is my gaming computer, because I finally turned it on again for the first time in a little bit, because I wanted to update everything on it and make sure it was good to go. I haven't installed Baldur's Gate yet, but I will probably try to do that at some point, so it's good to go, because apparently PC gaming downloads are just slow as hell. I don't know why. I've checked my speed otherwise and it's fine. Just for like Steam and the Microsoft Store, it's just dreadful. So okay, so he does have armored gauntlets on his hands. So just kind of sketching out this blue highlight at first to just kind of get an idea of where I want all my shiny points on the metal to be, and then we'll kind of start refining back and forth from there. This is just kind of something I've been experimenting with metal for NMM a little bit more lately. Just going to a like much brighter point than I had been in the past from the get-go. And I think in the past I would just kind of work my way from dark to bright, and I think that's a good way to kind of start figuring out NMM. But now that I've done NMM a decent amount, I want to just kind of be a little bit faster in figuring out where the lights should go and where the dark should go and all that jazz, so it makes more sense to just kind of jump into it. We'll also get a lot of green here. Let's also move the camera a little bit. We got moved because I took pictures. Oops, okay. Too much. There we go. Better. Okay, let's finish mapping out the back. I'll probably come back and change some of this stuff to gold. Like I know I want these cool wing things to be gold already, so I'm not bothering with that right now. But some of the smaller details I'm not 100% certain of yet, and I'd rather just paint it metal or steel, I guess, and then figure it out a little bit later. Because otherwise I get my metal all the way down and then I'm like, actually this should also be this color, and then gotta start over. So I see chat, but I can't read them. I should have stayed there, the honor of Cornwall. I mean, I was only at London. This is, where is this? The Highland Cornwall. Let's see where this is on the map. Yeah, it's like very far from where it was. Maybe next time if we do another UK trip. The thing with the UK though is it's like very expensive. I mean, we stayed in a lot of nice places, so, and we did Hawaii earlier this year for island time. But yes, it's very cool. Being security smart. See a little bit more water in here. Did I see the house? I mean, it's on a little island. Yeah, it's on a I saw. It's cool. It's good stuff. I'm probably good though. Yeah. I'm good. Come on, paints. Work with me here. I'm sure it'd be cool, but yeah. Yeah. That's a bit much. $10 ago? Okay, so way more now. I'm probably good. Yeah. Don't need to buy that. So now I'm just kind of working some green in the metals. Use the Flower Knight. There's a lot of greenery around him. Alright. Green paint is not wanting to do what I want it to do today. Okay, let's start jumping up in value a bit. All right. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. Yeah, we didn't really do too much this week. It was a pretty chill week. And work was kind of a lot, so let's try to take it easy. Guess for other things we watched the new Jujutsu Kaisen episode. It was great. Very good episode. We got all caught up with the Superman cartoon, the new one. It's pretty good. It's fine. Not like amazing, but it's alright. Oh, great. All my paints are mixing up on my palette. Love it, even though I put them so far apart. Okay. Gonna get some brown now. A little too thin. So we're gonna use this brown to represent like dirt and gravel or trees. So it's good to put some on the bottom and such. And you can also put some on the top. My chat room keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. It's very annoying. So if I miss anyone's message, I am sorry. Though it is a very quiet stream today, both for me and everyone, and that's fine. I don't know. I'm probably a bit tired because we saw a late showing of Oppenheimer. Oh, we got there. We're like, oh, we were here like half an hour early. It's gonna be fine. There was already a big line because it's unassigned seating at that theater, which kind of sucks. But we still got good seats. But while we're waiting in line, there's some dude who's talking very loudly. And they're just talking about movies and such, and he brings up Blade Runner 2049 and says that he hates it because it retcons Deckard being a replicant. And like, I don't know what movie he watched, because 2049 doesn't do that. Like, at all. It is one of the reasons why that movie is very good, is that it doesn't like screw with what the original did. So I don't know. Just lots of bad takes at movie theaters this year that I've overheard. I've been cursed with hearing. Okay. So I've been on a pretty good posting cadence lately. I'm trying to see, like, at least while I'm working on these X packs, if I can at least try to get like Tuesday and Friday, have something done for those days and post on those. Turns out, if you take like a month and a half off from posting, you don't get shown to anyone, which is fine. But sometimes number makes me happy, so. Oh, I have to put more yellow and green on the palette because they just decided to mix up, so that's great. It's great. Thanks, Paints. Thanks for doing that. I don't know why you decided to do that, but you did. So, thanks. Thanks, guys. So, I mentioned this a lot, but I'm trying to be a lot more decisive isn't the right word. In particular is not the right word. Some mixture of those with my brush strokes. Less crazy, less wild. Okay, let's go to the back side again. Hey, Sammy, how are you doing? Hope you are having a nice weekend so far. That's good to hear. Have you been working on any fun projects this week? I think I saw in Dan's stream they were doing some yard work or something. Been napping. That's good. That's a good plan. Having house guests. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, this is indeed the flower night. I don't know. I just wanted to paint some metal today. Because it was either going to be this guy, BRB. All right. It was either going to be. Oh god. Oh god. It's either going to be flower night or it was going to be Slenderman today because I wanted to paint a small one after painting Lion God and Sunstalker, which are both big boys. Not the biggest boy. We still have the biggest boy left. But we'll see. I may. I don't know. I don't want to get these done, but I also know that. Yeah. I also know Gambush is coming. And I want to paint those when they get here, so that's going to be a lot of KDM. And I also want to do stuff for, Emerald Brush and all that jazz. So, yeah. But these expansion monsters, I'm just trying to kind of have fun. Not sweat too much. Oh, this one I'll probably push a little bit more than the others just because, it's Flower Night. Flower Night's awesome. And he's not huge. What were you painting skin on? Yeah. I mean, it's just like a very fun figure that you can just kind of do whatever on. I wish you could just buy the miniatures without game content. They've said they won't do that. I understand why. It's like more SKUs for them to manage, and also, like, that's not what they want to do. So, yeah, like. But the good news is you can often find these miniatures on eBay, especially now that they're back in stock, without the game content. So if you don't want the game content, you can save a pretty penny on trying to get this miniature. Somewhere in that ballpark. I think so. I mean, like it's a decent amount of game content, and it's just like, what should you feel like paying for it, right? So, like I think they are expensive, but I don't think they're like ridiculously priced for like the miniature and the game content, like what you get. Um, they did get a price bump recently because I mean they've been the same price for like forever, and also they sell out very quickly, so it's understandable to bump up the price a bit. But yeah, I mean I want the game content because I do want to play more of this game. I enjoy it. It's just kind of a pain in the butt to set up. All the police today. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was both Elder and the little one. I think like looking back on my Elder paint job, yeah, I liked the color of the metal. I think I should have pushed it like shinier, especially on his big belly. I think that was the big missing point on him. But I'm so happy with those paint jobs. I'm glad that someone let me paint theirs for that, because they're hard to find, and who God knows when there will be plastic or something, if they'll ever be plastic or re-released. Yeah, the older one came out a lot better than the younger one. I think the younger one's just kind of a weirder sculpt. It's still cool, but it's got all these dangly bits on it, and I wasn't really sure what to do with all of them, so just kind of kept it simple. And it was yet another attempt for me from trying to do like a purple metal, and I'm just like not, or like a purpley steel. I've just not really figured that out yet. But there is a guy named Atolm, Atolm, and he's working on the Elder one right now. He's doing a really cool display base and everything. I just have, so, I mean, again, I need these for the game. So we're just doing a little gaming base. It's black right now, so it's hard to see. So let's see if I can crank it up. So I've got some static grass. Are you going to focus for me? Thank you. Got some static grass on there, got some rocks, got some mushrooms, got some various plants. So I tried using the epic basing plants that I have. There's like some flowers and some foliage. They're okay. I just wanted to see how they looked. I think for gaming base, they'll be good. For display stuff, I'll probably stick to like brass etched plants. I think that's my favorite. It's a good compromise, I think, between like something that looks uh, more planty and isn't a pain in the ass to use like vellum. I think I've talked about it before, but every time I've used vellum, I've ripped it when trying to put it on the base or paint it or anything. But here's like some little brass ones that I did. All these little guys are brass. How dusty is this? Pretty dusty. Oh yeah. Maybe someday Artis Opus will, open their pledge manager for the Kickstarter so people can buy display cases. I don't know. That'd be nice. I put in $1 in for that Kickstarter in case I want it. And I think I do want to get a display shelf thing or two from them. So the stuff that I really like, I can stick in there so it doesn't get dusty. But here, while we're grabbing stuff. Yeah, that's what I did for a while. So I like the mushrooms a lot, but I find that I usually trim them down because they're kind of long and goofy. Like you can see these, they're kind of long and goofy. But yeah, like the foliage is just like, it's okay. Not my favorite. It is a bit thick. So I think like sticking to things that aren't like leafy, I think works really well. We'll see how these flowers end up looking, because that's another thing I really struggle with is like finding flowers that I like. Because like I have like the little, I think the gamer grass ones, and then like they're good for D&D minis, I think. But other than that, I don't really like them that much. Yeah, the trees are really cool, like the dead trees or like the palm trees. I think those are nice. All the way like urban stuff, if you're doing more of sci-fi or modern miniatures, I think is really good. They have like pots that are broken, stuff like that I use from time to time. I think I used one on. Here, you just grab some of the other bases I've got going on. And that's not any epic basing stuff. I think this one might be the only other one at the moment. I thought I put pot on someone's face. But anyways, here's some of the like little branches and such. Oh, what's that? Icky. I'll figure that out later. I don't know. Oh, it's because I was sanding it all. Right. Yeah, the broken columns with rebar, and they also have like some nice broken Roman columns, like ancient Egyptian stuff. I think all like the hard material stuff is really nice. I feel like the stuff I've got, like the print quality is like, it's fine enough for like easy base. Oh, these are also like I like their like ruined tile things. I think those are nice because they're not super thick, so they work well. The issues I had with others, like I think Gamer Grass, I have some of those tile ruined things. They're just too thick. But what else here? We're gonna pause for a second. So I got a bunch of. Here's my box of epic base, or most of the epic base stuff. I think it's slipped into some other things now. I got some like these cool gnarled dead trees and like little tree stumps with mushrooms. I like these a lot. I haven't used any of them yet, but maybe someday. These rocks are fun. Little crystals, which I have some ideas for. I have like a crystal dragon that I want to paint. And of course, I had to get some saguaro because Arizona. So I need to figure out what to do with these. What I really wish is I had a 3D printer so I could print out some of these at like 75 mil scale. Because like this would be good for the work. But yeah, lots of cacti. I think these kind of leafy things are probably going to be okay as epic basing, but like I need to do a deserty base. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's worth. I think this stuff's good. I think it's worth picking up some things. Real dried baby flowers. Yeah. Yeah, all sorts of neat stuff. Where are the pots though? I thought the pots are really cool. Alright, well here's. So we can look through all my random basing stuff. So these are like stuff I got from the Aradia thing because I haven't used it. Oh, here's bigger crystals. This is what I want to use for the crystal dragon guy. And then I got the smaller palm trees, and I wish I got the bigger ones because they have like display versions, and that's what I should have gotten. These are a little bit small, but I'm going to see what I can do with them. Because I just kind of buy stuff because I'm like, that'll be a cool idea for a base. And then it just kind of sits here for forever. I don't have problems. It's okay. Whoops, we should put everything back. Somewhere are the pots though. Yeah, I could either like resculpt them as ferns, or I could try like extending the trunk a bit. I think extending the trunk would be doable because I have like there's a Kingdom Death miniature called Summer Cyrus, and she's like on the beach. So I think that's why I bought them originally, and then I got them and they were kind of small. Okay, there they are. I found them. We're going through all my basing bits boxes, minus the Juwilo stuff because those are different. Gonna move that microphone. So I got ropes, I got chains. I just if I see something I'm like that might be good on a base, I'll get it. So these are some pipes. More junk in the trunk, exactly. These are like their modular pipe things. So like I got the big ones and the small ones. And some broken ones. I like those a lot because I have some 40k miniatures that I think those will work well with. If I want to do a roll scene with them. And then the thing that I was originally looking for. Alright. So I have lots of the Oliver Spaeth animals because they are great. Here they are. See, little broken pots. I think these are great. 10 out of 10. Glad we took that detour. So you can see my shame. Oh, here's the columns. You can see that you can break them apart. They're a little sticky, which is a little concerning, but I think it's okay. It's fine. We're not gonna die. But anyways. Yes, all the faces. Yes, so yeah, these are the Scribor faces that I use on a lot of my Kingdom Death stuff. I also have these I'm really sad. These are from Secret Weapon. They're like big chunky columns. And Secret Weapon is gone, so I'm using them sparingly. And just lots of faces. Well, I would hope it would be humidifying, right? Yeah. We also have these little people. For some reason. Anyways. I also have, this is where I keep my slate rocks, which I have not been putting on the bases directly as much. I've basically just been using these as sculpting tools lately because one, it's kind of a pain to find a piece of slate that's like the right size for your base and doesn't look goofy. And see, I'm really tired of like wearing out drill bits, drilling into slate to pin the miniatures in. So I not a fan. Not a fan of that. It's much better to just slap down a piece of Milliput. We'll see. Because it's just painting that cat. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive. Are you thinking about it? Like if shipping's cheap and I can think of an idea, I'll probably do it. If I remember correctly, shipping's generally not too bad from him. That is true. Fun basing. But I need to look at the cat again. I haven't sat down and thought about it. Because while I'm ranting, tangenting, I guess, and my paints keep dying on the palette. Let's talk about next big projects. So, for busts, I kind of picked these two out of my pile. I don't know which one I want to do. Tier is very cool, and it'd be something to go like 100% on. Because I would want to do like illuminated manuscript freehand on his book kind of deal. And then she's just kind of cool, and I haven't seen too many people paint her yet. And also, I feel like I haven't painted a girl bust in a while. Last one was the Kingdom Death one. It's been a lot of dudes this year. So, that's a bad thing. Yeah, I kind of realized like I have a lot of I felt like I had more girl. I have like a okay number of girl busts, I guess. But I don't know, because I'm thinking of like Emerald Brush, and like it's at a wargaming thing, so I was like a lot of girl busts I have are like I don't know how they play in that crowd. So I'm trying to think of that is true. That is true. She's big in multiple ways. uh, so I was like, oh, this is a cool Chaos Warrior lady. That'd play well. And this is just a really cool figure. So for bust, I'm debating between those two. For a smaller scale project, I'm debating between Hellebore from Kingdom Death, and then there's a guy named Badar in here. He's got kind of like a Middle Eastern aesthetic going on. It's neat. As you can see, to save on room, I've started putting multiple miniatures in the same box, so I will write down which ones are in there, so I don't have to open all of them to find them. 75 mil though, I keep going back and forth. I was like, well, I haven't done 75 mil project in a while, because I started trying to do that dinosaur, and then I couldn't figure out a base for it. He's still sitting over there. He's still exactly where he's. Oh, I guess I was working on Talon Squad for a while, and then I hated it, so I haven't finished it. So I can still try to figure this guy out. I think just start from a new base that's not quite as crazy. I don't think he's going to work for the idea I had, which is like a waterfall. Like his feet are just like too narrow. I don't really want to try having him standing in water with the waterfall. That seems pretty ambitious for like first time doing a waterfall kind of thing. And also I just don't really like that idea anymore for him. So I'll maybe think about things for him, because I do really like this miniature. It's really fun. But other options, more monstery dudes. I have this awesome Minotaur from Black Crow. I was debating between him and the new Orc, but everyone's painting the new Orc right now. I haven't seen too many versions of this Minotaur, and he's awesome. And my sister got him for me a while ago, so I should paint it. We also have Gorm. We have KDM Gorm sitting over there, but this is Gorm. This was, I believe, Ivan Mata, or it was like a collaboration between these two guys. I was lucky enough to get one of them because they're only 100. And I got number 5. Look at that. Yeah, it's just a fun dwarf. There's this lady. She's okay. The face is like not tiny, which is one of the reasons why I picked it out. Calm down, number 5. Listen, I like getting low numbers, unlimited things. It makes me happy. Alright, we're almost done. 75 mil has finished journey because I have a lot of them, and I'm trying to pick something that I think will be good to go all the way on. This one is cool. Swinson did the actual box art for it, or he just painted it up. I don't know if he did the actual box art for it, but yeah, it is a lot of mini, but I'm thinking like it's like 2.5 months out, so that I pick like 1 or 2 projects that I can actually like really focus on. I think that's doable. So he's also pretty neat. So like some of my criteria for picking was like I want to stick to like more fantasy kind of like stuff that plays well with Warhammer players kind of deal. Because I think that's going to be a lot of the people there, and also just like that all that stuff, and also just like sculpts that look like they'll be fun to paint. Yeah, offended? You're offended? The thing about this guy is I feel like his primary viewing angle is like looking up at him rather than looking down at him. So that's like one thing that I'm not 100% certain about. But he's pretty cool. You like all the things? Okay, well, that's you. And then last options, speaking of Durgan, are the 75mm Durgan figures that I got. So I got 3 of them, technically 4 because one of them's 2. So we got the big orc that has a little western cat. The issue is I don't know what to do for a base for him. I'm still figuring out. I love the miniature. It's a great miniature. Where's his face? That is not his face. That's a little spirit folk. Did I grab his face? Yeah, cool. 32 face, cool. I know it's in here. I had it the other day. Did I grab it out of here? Nope. Well, hell. There it is. Okay, we're good. There's his face. It's a good face. Let me turn the exposure back down. There's also, so I have the girl that's having lunchtime with the little robot guy. He's another good little set. Kind of a nice little vignette. And then just kind of a typical dwarf, and he's holding an eagle. So I've been going thinking about those. Not that kind of orc? You don't like that kind of orc? Why don't you like that kind of orc? Not wag enough for you? Yeah, I also have like some mounted figures, like the 2 Chimera ones, and then I have that crazy scale 75 Dragon Lady. I'm like, that might, okay, well, yeah. Yeah, got it. Okay. Nerd. So we're thinking. I might eliminate those Durgan ones. I don't know. But anyways. We were painting. So let's get back to that. Yeah, so I was thinking some mounted figures, but not sure. I also have that cool diorama from In Motion of the Dungeons and Dragons people, but that would probably like the only thing I could do, I think. And I feel like if I'm gonna bring a diorama, it'd be better to do something that like isn't pre-made, but I don't know. I'll try to decide something tonight. The zine box is so flat this morning. Nice. I also went to Blick, or I went to Blick. I don't know if you were there. That's just where I know where SoFlat was. I debated picking up some new SoFlat, but I was good. I was good. I did not pick it up. I just got the paper and I got some glue. Be bad, yeah. I mean, I have some SoFlat already, so I mean, I know I like it. I was just like, I don't need another color. I was looking at like Naples yellow. I got cobalt teal, Payne's gray, and ooh, nice. I'm gonna guess it's the Anna painting, right? Right? Because she's relatively new. Like I've seen her blow up recently. I want to say it's Anna painting. Maybe that's not right. Hey, I was right. And Anna Małczewska? Now Frost, okay. Well, I will also just dump this person into the chat. Because they're very good. Okay. I'll look up Now Frost. Now Frost miniatures. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw someone posted her. I think it's Patrick J. Jones. With the volcano, she did the volcano paint job. The one that Minimancer just got. I forget the actual name. Hecate? Is that it? I could probably just click on this and it would say Hecate. Hey, got it in one. Look at that. It's very, very nice use of colors. I'm guessing she uses the SoFlat stuff. Yes. I'm using the set called Zine. There we go. Okay. Very nice. As well. Okay. Sorry, my buds are slowly getting the Gamblers chest. I'm stuck here painting old things. Someone got, so they started arriving on like Thursday, the Gamblers chest, and like someone assembled and painted the croc already by Friday. So that takes like a lot of like pressure off of like, oh well, it's like, okay, well I can't be the first. So like, my plan for Gamblers chest is like take it monster by monster and like really try to push on them. Because I might not be able to be the first, but maybe I could be the first, like, good ones. You know. Yeah. And like, if you've not used the SoFlats before, like I think they are very nice paints. I think I've said it before, but like, if I had not bought any Chimera and wasn't just kind of sucked into their paint range, I would probably just buy SoFlats instead. Because I think they're like, you know what pigments there are and all that jazz, which is nice. B, the consistency is pretty good for miniature painting, and the finish is great for miniature painting. And C, they are able to be acquired locally, which is pretty nice. Which, like, I guess technically for me, Chimera can be acquired locally, but it's a lot harder. Okay. Well, you'll have to let us know what you think of them. I do highly recommend the Payne's Gray, as usual. always be buying Payne's Gray. Make crazy typos. I mean, flat. I feel like, yeah, but I feel like they're slightly different finish, and also, yeah. I think they glaze a lot nicer than other flat paints. They have a good consistency for that, and uh, they at least they're in like the nice pot. So one thing is you do have to like mix them up a bit. It's not the end of the world. Um, but at least they're in like good pots, not bad pots like any hobby paint that comes in a pot. Like if Citadel came in that style of pot, I would not be as down on it. Well, I mean, you could make it smaller, but I don't need like I don't need a 60 milliliter pot of Citadel paint or anything. Like this is like a lifetime supply. Um, yeah, you can always add mediums to like make a flat paint more glossy, right? And I think it's easier to go from flat to glossy rather than the other way around. I mean, I guess you could just use matte varnish, right? So ignore what I just said. It was incorrect. But I would say I might be the opposite, where like flat paints kind of help me see where I'm actually placing my things, because with my light, like sometimes I'm like, oh, everything looks great when it's all satiny, and then I take it out of the light and I'm like, oh, never mind. Ooh, I missed that. Oops. Probably for the best. I have to remember that I have the new Chimera paints coming, so I can't fill up that empty space over there. Oh, I have like two paint drawer things in front of me. If I zoom out, are they visible? No. If I point up, there you go. So I got this thing that slides in and out, and there's two rows of it. And it's like I have my instant paints and then a bunch of like pots that I don't use that often, except my yellow AKs are over here. So I use that front row. Like I have my metallics and such that I don't use too much in there as well. Every now and then I think about replacing those with like a different module that I could put different stuff in, especially like I think there's a new Hobby Zone module like a divider for an empty cubby that would work for tube paints, so I could not have my box of scale artists anymore. That's kind of a pain to get into. Okay, interesting. I should do another limited palette thing. I guess the Rumpelstiltskin was sort of a limited palette exercise. Like I picked a couple paints, I'll just use that across the miniature. Oh, so also the other thing about seeing Oppenheimer last night, they showed the trailer for Dune 2 before the movie started, and I think I'm gonna have to go see Dune 2 in IMAX because that was pretty cool seeing it on the big screen. It was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah, I like, so I've done the Zorn once or twice, like the true Zorn, and I like that a lot. I want to try the extended Zorn where you add in like a cyan. I think that would be fun. So just need to figure out the right mini for it. True blue cyan. Uh, yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about So Flat at the moment is they don't have like a quintrazone magenta, like a chimera magenta PR122. They don't have that in that range yet. They have like some colors that are magenta E, but not magenta. Um, and I like magenta. So yeah, I agree. It's nice to keep things contained. Sunstalker, I went a little crazy. There was probably like 20 paints or something used on that guy. Um, exactly. Yeah, you can use paints from other ranges, or you can just grab like a normal Golden's magenta or something. Um, I just don't know why they don't have it in So Flat. It's weird. Um, but yeah, it's nice to like. It really helps with like focus. I think to just kind of limit what paints you're using, and also it makes your miniature not look like a clown. Yeah, so I was messing around with that a little bit. Um, well, not acid green in particular, but magenta and green. I was messing around with that a little bit on Sunstalker because that gives you like a really nice deep blue, like with a magenta and phthalo green. So I was using that quite a bit for like shadows and such. Nice. I feel like another exercise I should try to do is like purpose, like, you know, like gamut masking and all that stuff. Like I've read through it and I get the idea, but I've never like put it to practice. Um, so I think that might be a interesting exercise to do at some point. You see purple and green, yeah. Like that's one thing I guess like is using like because CMYK you can mix like basically any color, right? Um, so I feel like people have different like maybe there's like limited paint versus limited palette. I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, like it's probably limited in some places because you probably won't be able to get like as saturated X if you didn't just use like a single pigment version of that paint or etc. Um, but like if you use like the traditional Zorn, like you can't have like an actual blue. Your white and black kind of become your blues slash greens if you start mixing in the yellow there, um, which is kind of interesting. Hey, Bunny got People's Choice at the Guild's Inn. That's nice. Okay. I do think taking a limited number of paints is still like a refreshing and good thing to do, even if like it's not quote unquote limited palette, right? And I think if you're feeling overwhelmed in your painting, you should give that a go. A true royal blue. Royal blue is kind of like a bright saturated blue, right? I don't know if I've ever gotten like there. I think like I'll like if I'm not thinking about paints at all, I'm just kind of grabbing what I feel like I need. It'll get in like the 40-ish range or something. Um, maybe more. I'll have to sit down and count. Well, let's see. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the NMM only. I have not sat down and counted how many paints I have because I don't want to think about it. Just like I don't like to think about how many minis I have. So I posted on Instagram that so this the minis we just looked through before all this. So like I just went through my pile and like grabbed things that I thought would be like good for like going 100% on. And then like this week I've been whittling down. But I posted a picture of like the initial pile as I'm picking something for the gills in. And one of my buddies was like, "Whoa, that's the backlog." And I was like, "Yes, let's pretend this is the entire backlog." It was like, I don't think it was even like a quarter of the backlog. Yeah, so like Vince, I think a week or probably more than a week or so ago, it's probably like closer to a month ago, his hobby shooting was talking about his paint space, and like how he manages paints. I like the idea he has where like he has a shelf that he keeps empty, and that's where all the paints for the current project go. Um, I like that a lot. Um, that might be worth considering for like replacing one of these modules. Is like having that for, yeah, for ergonomic use and also for the whole fact that I work at my desk. So if I don't put my paints away, I want to keep track of them. They end up in a pile next to me. They're just kind of sitting there all day, which like doesn't keep me from working, but it'd be nice for them to just be fully out of the way. But yeah. But I will say I'm not a huge fan of the nail polish rack for holding paints. I don't like that aesthetic. It's not for me. Not that my hobby zone things are beautiful or anything. They're kind of ugly. I do kind of like the Table War stuff a bit. Their new desk stuff with the shelves that can be popped off and moved around and all that jazz and fit in their painting case. Like I think that's all neat. They need a corner unit though. That's the main thing that's missing from their organization range is they don't have like a corner thing. That's what I like about Hobby Zone. It's like I make my fortress of paint. Yeah. So that's what I do as well. Like as soon as I'm done with the project, all the paints go away, start fresh. It's great. But during a project, it depends. Like if I care enough to like keep track of what paints I'm using, or if I feel like I can remember it between each session. Just kind of depends that day. Let's see. I ran out of music, so let's go to. Let's put on the soundtrack. Ludwig did some good stuff with the Oppenheimer soundtrack, so we're gonna listen to that. All right. Let's see. There we go. Okay, everything's back to where it was, and we're back to painting. He's starting to look metally, sort of, in places. Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy with how he turned out. Like, I think he mostly came together in the end. Obviously, there's always room for improvement. I think there's like a few areas, especially like on the wrinkles of the forehead, that maybe could have seen a little bit more time. But yeah, like it was a nice little project. Turned out decent. He will be posted on Instagram this week. I don't know. I found if you post on a regular schedule on the same days and all that stuff, things do better. And I don't want to just post the chocolate type whenever, because it's a Spira. We put some good effort into him. All that jazz. We'll have to think of which Spira to paint next. I guess we'll also be seeing a new Spira soon. Since the... Yeah. It's a struggle sometimes. Although it is crazy, like once things get going, like it just keeps going. So like I would say, like don't worry, like it's healthier to not worry about it. Like I think just post things, have a nice place for them. That's like maybe a bit easier to deal with than putty and paint. Yeah, exactly. Like I try not to worry about it too much, but it definitely like feels bad if I take a break and then I post again and it's like, oh, I got like a quarter of the likes I would get before. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Sounds good. Hey Lumberjack, how are you doing? I'm doing well. We're just kind of painting some metal. Just kind of vibing. All the usual Sunday stuff. Actually, what time is it? It's 4:22. I need to not end quite as late as I did last time, because I had to, I tried to get a burger, and the burger place had a line, and their online ordering wasn't working. So I didn't do that. And I was like, oh, I'll go get a shawarma plate or something. And then they closed. So then I went to Chipotle and got a very sad burrito, because also like half their meats wasn't being made for some reason. So I got I don't remember what I got. Barbacoa or whatever. That was just kind of very watery and sad. Anyways. Painting terrain all day? Fun? Maybe? Had that. Oh, Chipotle? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I used to, like, in college, I loved Chipotle. And, like, when the one near me first opened in Seattle, like, it was pretty good. It's fine. But they really took a dive over the last few years, and it's just like sometimes it'll be fine, and the other times they'll just like I've had to stop ordering online with them because they would give me the wrong order like every time I could get home and be like, I did not order any of the things that are inside of this burrito. Cool. It's great. Love it. Which is not something you want to happen when you bite into a burrito and you're expecting one thing and then it's something else and you're just like, okay. Yep. Yeah, Chipotle is just a last resort at this point. Much better places to go to during normal hours to get a burrito or tacos or a quesadilla. And much better places to go if you just want something to destroy your body. Oh, nice. Oh, MCP train? Nice. Yeah, the MCP train looks like pretty fun compared to maybe like some other game. Train. uh, I don't think I've been to like a Mongolian barbecue place. I've done like a Brazilian steakhouse thing once. Like there was a team dinner we did there. I think it was like a St. Patrick's Day or something. It was a very wild evening. Back when Dozone's great. I like. Yeah, Dozone always has a pretty big wait, unfortunately, um, but they are. I like them more than Din Tai Fung quite a bit. There's actually a new dumpling place in Belltown, which is not going to help with the parking situation. Um, they have like soup dumplings and stuff, and it was pretty good. I have to go look up the name. Um, I think it's on my list. So, Anna and I have like a shared date night list. where whenever we see something that looks tasty or fun, we just add it to it, like it's just like a checklist. Um, it was a Chiho Bistro in Belltown. It was quite good. It was a little bit priced. Like soup dumplings are always kind of pricey, so it was not a cheap thing, but it was a nice time. The atmosphere in there was good. Um, yeah. We also need to try Chan, the fancy Korean restaurant that's in the hotel by the Paramount. It's supposed to be very good. But airbrush was a construction set today. 2 lamps today. Bureau. Noise. Yeah, so I've been looking at like the MCP train and minis because I want to do like a diorama or something at some point, which would be fun. And all that terrain makes it pretty easy. Well, easier on you because you can use that for your dioramas. New restaurant Wednesday, nice. Yeah, because it kind of started over like the pandemic. It's just like let's just try a bunch of places, help try to keep things in business as much as possible. And also because like a lot of restaurants were like doing takeout for the first time, so it made it easier to try places maybe we couldn't have tried before. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah. Alright. His gauntlets need more. Just in general. It popped up over here, but not over there. Why is Twitch dashboard so bad? Yeah, that's a good plan. Like because we sold, like she has her place and I have my place. So usually when we have date night, we'll eat out, but every now and then we'll also cook. But obviously when we're apart, we mostly dine in. Although we've both been a bit lazy and have gone ham on like Trader Joe's frozen stuff. Yeah. MCP stuff in general seems pretty fun from a painting standpoint. I'm sure the game's also good, from what I've heard. The taco choice, very fun. That was not the right move. What was I thinking there? Oh, do you mean the Durgan cat? Let's take a look at that Durgan cat. Let's pop him open.
I posted him in the Dirty Paintwater Society.
Let's see. Oh, people are talking about video games. Okay, great. Whoops, I don't want to join that right now. Whoops. Goodbye. Okay. Alberto. It's a very good cat. Alright. Does the cat have a tail? I got the contest link. I've got it in the Discords. But I can drop it in the chat as well for anyone who else wants to take a look to see what I'm talking about. I actually haven't read the info packet yet. I tried to read it on my phone, and then my phone freaked out. So let's see if we can read it on here. Yes, so how? All right. Oh, there's actual medals. Some hobby stuff, some cool medals. Obviously some Durgan stuff. A variant edition of Alberto. Oh. Use a neutral background. Can you share whips? Okay, whatever. Show me what the back of the cat looks like, though. It is a pretty good grumpy cat. If a scene comes to me by the time the contest starts, then maybe we'll do it. But I don't want to like have him send it to me and then not enter. Ah, I got it. Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Is what's the deal with the tail? You gonna focus camera? No? How about now? There you go. Is he? I guess he's not going to be huge because he's making them for free. But it's 75 mil, right? Is what he said. I thought 2 centimeters. Oh God. It's a decently sized. So it's about the size of his dwarves, right? I think. I guess I could go grab one, but so not huge. That actually kind of helps me, I think, because for some reason I thought he was going to be chunky. Oops, my head was in the way again, wasn't it? As usual. We need to care about. That. Let's have the sword. Okay. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Alright, let's get some new green now. Start working that in some more places, because our old green is a disaster on the palette now. It's probably too close to everything again. It's all going to get mixed together again for some reason. It's okay. We'll live. feel like I lost a little too much nuance in here, so I'll probably go back in with some darker colors and break it up a bit. I'll also probably end up airbrushing just a smidgen. Let's do that thing we just talked about. Not quite right. Alright. Let's work on his shoulder things and his pauldron things a bit more. Get that all sorted. And then we'll start thinking about, and maybe we'll do the gold or something. Let me take a look at, not that. Yeah, whatever, it's okay, we'll live. I was looking for the card art frame, and I don't know where I put it on my desktop. That's okay, we don't need it. needs to be a lot brighter, I think. So you're looking at it from behind. Yeah, it should be catching more light. Okay. We've been ignoring this back foot for a bit, mostly because it's hard to get to, but it's probably time to start thinking about not doing that. And it's also probably time to realize that, oh hey, he has a cloak behind there, we probably should have slapped some paint on there before we start painting up this leg, because God knows we're definitely going to get paint on the leg when we go to paint that cloak. But it's okay, we committed. It's definitely on Amazon. It's probably at Michael's too. Michael's usually has golden stuff. It's that's one of the nice things about it is like it's everywhere, right? Or everywhere if you're in the United States at least. Yeah, like I think it's a solid paint range. I've enjoyed. I don't use mine quite as often just because I don't use those colors all that often, but when I do use them, I like them quite a bit. The one thing to keep in mind is there's a couple of them that have like heavy metals in them. So do check the ingredients and be careful about airbrushing and stuff with them. I know if you've been like hearing European people or Australian people talk about it, that might be why, because gold and stuff is really hard to get in outside of the US, is my understanding. Yeah, like they got some cadmiums with like actual cadmium in it, so yeah, don't lick your brush. There's a couple that I think have lead in them, maybe. So I know there's like some people who are like worried about like, oh, is it fine if it's on your gaming miniature? It's like, oh, it'll be fine. I mean, it's like a minuscule amount of paint. It's not gonna kill you if you touch it. Just don't like airbrush with it all the time, and breathe it in, and That's not good. So. Oh, it's on that Craftsman's Artist Supply? Okay. I still need to go there. I have not gone there because I am bad about going places sometimes. I'm just taking a quick break to check in on notifications so that let's see. People eating tamales. Okay. Anyways, back to painting. Maybe? I mean, if they have other golden stuff, it's possible. We've been ignoring this side, so let's resolve that. Or I guess rectify that would be better. But anyways. Focus camera. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, camera. Thank you for doing your job, camera. Sorry, I keep getting in the zone today, which I guess is good, but not for streaming. Let's push the highlights even more on a few places. Joy of a new brush is like these Raphaels at least always have a little hair that like comes out and gets like a little blob on it. I'll have to pick up the blob from there. You pledge to clean your room for the 8th time this week, meaning you're going to clean you're saying you're going to clean your room, or you're actually going to clean it. Prob. Okay. Well, I guess either of those could be considered a win, right? Yes, Crypt. What is up? Another urbanist YouTuber I might like, but from LA. Okay. Who is that? Yes. You guys have been doing some interesting stuff with your urbanism lately. Alright, I'll have to check that out. You guys have finally been investing in Metro and all that stuff. I think Seattle is starting to feel the regret or pains of doing a light rail instead of a true metro. I've seen during like rush hour times, like the trains are too full for everyone to get on, which is not great. But we'll see if we can resolve that. Yep, that's the issue. It's like we really need to like just make, drastic changes sooner rather than later, right? So yes and no. So like we need more rail routes anyways. Like we need more than just one line. But the other issue is just like the line is a light rail, which means like in some places it runs in grade with traffic. Oh, light rail is a very loose definition, but here it means lower density trains like that don't hold as many people, and also they run less frequently because there's places where the train runs at grade with cars. So there's like a couple of intersections where the train has to go through an intersection, so all the cars have to stop because train. So that reduces the maximum frequency that the train can run at. Because God forbid, you have a train every 3 or 4 minutes stop traffic at that intersection, right? Which could have been fixed if they decided to build that one section elevated, like they did a whole bunch of other parts of it. But basically, that one section kind of keeps this line from being able to run more frequently. And like, if you can get your rail running more frequently, more people will use it. Because hey, if you miss a train and it comes in 4 minutes, that's not a big deal. But if you miss a train and it comes in 10 minutes, that's a bit more of a pain in the butt. It might make you want to drive your car instead or something, right? Yeah. Exactly. It's silly. It's all silly. It's all stupid. Yeah, but buses, yeah. The other thing, so that's the easy thing cities can do and have been experimenting with, right? Is like slap down some paint that says bus only on the road. It's it's inexpensive to try out, and if it doesn't work, well, you just get rid of the paint and go back to normal. So like San Francisco tried it a lot. Seattle's been doing it in more and more roads. Because the issue there is, of course, no one wants to take the bus. Because why would you take the bus? Because it's just going to be in the same traffic as everyone else, right? So. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's what Seattle has a lot of times. Like, this lane is bus only for these times. Of course, the issue is sometimes people don't listen and go on the bus lane because it's all about me. I have to go first. I'm so important. I'm more important than everybody else. Although the number one Seattle driver thing is not waiting to make sure that there's enough time for oh, my mic is far away, sorry. The number one Seattle driver thing is like not making sure there's enough space on the other side of the intersection for you to go through. They'll just go and then the light changes, so they're just stuck in the middle of the intersection with nowhere to go, and then it blocks everyone out. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so yeah, I'm just talking about painting. I'm just kind of airbrushing a mix of the bluish color and the greenish color. Just smoothing everything out, and then we're going to go back in with the brush and mostly be pushing highlights back up, but we're going into some of the shadows as well and pushing them back down. All right. Yeah, so like I am very patient generally inside of. All right, sounds good, Sammy. You got nice. Good luck with Blight King. But yeah. In like the city and downtown, like I'm like, okay, there's traffic and stuff. It's fine. Highways and stuff, I hate it. Or if I'm in like an area that's like Bellevue or something where everyone just drives like a fucking idiot all the goddamn time. I hate it. Uh, then I get sort of frustrated. Or my least favorite thing, I'm waiting forever to get onto the freeway, and I was a good person and I got into the correct lane early, and I've been waiting there, and then people go in the passing lane, and then they go all the way up, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna come over now. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna just slam. I don't care about my car anymore. I'm just gonna slam it into the back of yours. Not really, but I just don't like it when they do that. I really don't understand the like actual people who are like, oh, you did something in traffic, let me get out of my car and, shoot you, which has apparently been happening here a lot. So that's great. Love it. I mean, like, just cursing inside your car and get over it. Like a healthy adult. Yeah. The extent of my road rage is I generally just will exclaim some sort of curse word, and I'll maybe just try to speed around something. But I am a generally pretty safe driver. So it's not just like reckless speeding. But the issue is, if you take someone's license away in America, they're like, they can't get anywhere, right? Because we don't have good other options. Yeah, exactly. the thing with like the old shoddy cars is just like people don't like cars are expensive. Some people don't have any other option besides that shoddy car. Like Seattle has decent enough transit, but like it's still you're looking at like depending on where you want to go, like 3 to 4 times longer on transit than driving, right? Like unless I'm going somewhere that I can get to via the light rail, it's like always faster to take the car. Yeah. I mean, maintenance is expensive. Yep, exactly. Oops, way out of camera. Good job. Okay. Oops. Headphones are yelling at me, which means they're probably about to die. Okay, let's mix up some black and green and a lot of medium. All right. He's getting there, I think. So, I guess since we haven't done it in a while, because I've not been using the airbrush quite as often for glazing, at least on stream. So after you do that airbrush glaze, everything gets kind of, equalized a bit more. So this step is just going in with very thin dark and light paints, just trying to add some contrast back in. And also maybe just like a bit more brushy brushness. Yeah, I guess. I mean, just with the airbrush, it just kind of makes the whole process faster if you're covering like a larger area, right? Just using a thin paint, just kind of glazing over the whole thing. Obviously, you can be a lot more accurate with it and target specific areas, which if you watch like any of Sergio Calvo's videos on YouTube, that's kind of what he's doing, is using the airbrush to smooth out his brush strokes in a very targeted manner. And I'll do that sometimes, but I'm still very green at that, to say the least. But, I mean, normal glazing is basically what I'm doing here. Using a thin paint to... I'm using it to slowly adjust areas at the moment, but obviously you can use it to smooth things out and all that jazz. Now I'm adding a little bit more paint into my mixture so it's a little bit less translucent, a little less thin. Just so I can kind of just get a bit darker, because obviously if you're just glazing, it's going to take forever to reach maximum darkness, right? So fix that up. All right. 5:30. I'm gonna end at 6 today. Last time we went a little bit too late. So let's see if we can at least get the metal done. I'll probably work on it tonight, see if I can get the rest of him done. Oh, there go my headphones. R.I.P. Let's add some more water to the wet palette. Okay. So that was a very like kind of whitish yellow that we were using. So now I'm just going to go with a pure white and hit a few spots. Okay. Okay. Once again, we're forgetting to paint this side. Po' Boy has awoken. Here he comes. He says, "Hello, sir. It is time to go outside." Can I help you? You sniffing my feet? Sniffing my feet. Okay. A graceful boy. There we go. Yeah. There he is. The lad. Whoop. Oh, sorry about double sound. I forgot my headphones aren't working, so it went out through the computer and said, "Hello, Patrick Goblin and Raiders." I should do something about the audio real quickly. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hello, Patrick. How was your stream, Patrick? We are working on Flower Knight today from Kingdom Death. Hello, B Jeans. Yeah, let's see. This is what we were working on last stream. This is the Troglodyte from Spira Mirabilis. And you can see that Poe has joined us. He is behind my chair now. There he is. Now he's sneezing and look at me funny. You okay, buddy? Yeah. Okay. But anyways, yeah. So, hope you had a nice stream, Patrick. I'm probably gonna wrap up in the next 10 minutes or so. So we'll continue this raid train on to someone else. Yes, Puppo baby. He's not quite a puppo anymore. He's 5 years old, but he still acts like a puppy. Today we started our walk this morning, and like we're just going along, and then Poe just sees a guy, and he's like, "I'm gonna make this guy pet me now," and just walked over to him, and the guy was like, "Oh, hello," and started petting him. Always a puppo. Yeah, that's true. He's a silly little man. A silly little guy. But, yeah, Patrick, if you have anything to share from your stream, feel free to, but I also know it is, I usually just raid and run, so I am A-okay with whatever. Also, wait, I remember how to do shoutouts the good way now, I think. Possibly. Shout out at Patchwork. Yeah, there we go. I did it. Nice. That was a little bit too strong. That's okay. That actually worked out. Cool. All right. Sorry, my camera's being really wonky today. I started the stream and it just like did not want to focus on this miniature at all. Whoops. Good job. Happy little accidents. All right. Let's pop up just a little bit. There we go. So I'm just kind of looking at him. Him? Her? I don't remember. Them. See what other adjustments we want. It's probably good enough for now. I may just come back to the middles towards the end. Do any additional punching up, punching down that needs to be done. Yeah, so let us get some whole red and just block in some areas that we think will be gold. And that is probably where we will wrap up today because I'm getting hungry. Would be good if we were on camera, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's honky time. Got a link? Go for it. I don't have any sort of link policing, I don't think. Haven't needed it so far. As soon as I need it, I'll add it. Got some veggies and crackers to make chili. Yeah, so usually when I do grocery shopping, I'll like check the forecast, and if it looks like it's gonna be a miserable week or something, I'll get like stuff for curry or something. Miserable's not the right word. I mean cold. I like the cold. So, nice. You seem to have all the good barbecue. I am jealous. Oh wait, I mentioned it briefly earlier. I don't know if anyone's here, but I went to a community market thing yesterday. Nice Space Marines. Some Blood Angels. Yes, it says hashtag Blood Angels. I got it right without reading. Look at me. Look at us. Nice. The Leviathan looks like is what you said. That's a lot. I still have my Dominion box for Age of Sigmar, and I've not painted a single miniature in there. Go me. And let me grab an amazing thing I bought yesterday. Stay right there, buddy. Look at this. Look at this. Bought a big one. This stuff is great. 10 out of 10. I don't know if anyone can get it anywhere else because I'm pretty sure it's local, but it's good stuff. And last time I bought like a little jar that was like a quarter of the size, so now I got a whole pound of it. Yeah. I just put this stuff on everything now. It's great. It's great. Goes good on eggs, noodles, pasta, all those things. It's great. Yeah, they also have like some bakeries. There's a bakery there also selling stuff. And I got a hojicha cream puff, and then I got a miso chocolate chip cookie that was very good. Yeah. It's a nice little event. They do it like once a month or so. And they always showcase different people, which is cool. I've gone there often enough that now the store owners recognize me, and they always say hi to Poe. But sometimes I bring Poe with me. I did yesterday, but I left him outside because he was being a little turd on the walkover. For lack of a better word. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So this week, hobbying, I'm gonna get this guy done. Hopefully get maybe another Kingdom Death monster done. And we're gonna start figuring out the next big project. So pick something from that pile we were looking through a little bit earlier. And get it going. And hopefully that'll be what we work on stream next week. At least getting started. It'll definitely be a project that I'll work on off stream as well, just because even though my painting setup is pretty comfortable for streaming, it's still easier to focus on details when I'm not worrying about being on camera and I don't have like the microphone in the way and just kind of super focus, which I know sometimes it seems like I do on stream because I'll go long periods without talking. But I don't know, it's a different vibe, right? Right. This shit will probably be green, but it's gonna be, maybe we'll make it like a greenish gold. guess the real question is all the filigree on the armor, should that be gold? Would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Would be kind of cool. Let's use a junkier brush than this one for this part. Okay. I think all these little things I'll make gold. But the straps, maybe we'll have those be green. No, we'll figure that out. Okay. I don't think I'm going to block in the filigree stuff right now. That seems like an off-stream kind of thing. And also, I'm too hungry to do that right now. So, I'm going to wrap up. Let me just make sure my brushes are clean enough so that they aren't all gunky when I start painting later. But that's what we did today. 3.5 hours, that's not great timing, but I guess I took like a big chunk of time to talk about basing things and look through that pile of miniatures. So, whatever. Yeah, thanks for everyone who came out and hung out. Thank you again very much for the raid patchwork. Let's see if we can continue that along. Oh, Skellaby's on. She hasn't been on a Sunday in a while. We're gonna go raid Skellaby. That's easy. All right. So, yeah, thanks, Patchwork. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next Sunday. I don't think there's anything. I know we have Seafair next weekend, but I imagine I'm gonna not go to that in person because it's always a nightmare, and I can just see the air show from my apartment. So actually, depending on when I stream, you may hear the Blue Angels during the stream. So that'll be fun for everyone. Not really. Poe's gonna hate it. It's gonna be fun. But yeah. So I'll see you next week or on Discords. Goodbye. So long. Farewell.